Good morning, Miss. Today, Group 4 is going to present the review for the movie Never Too Late. My name is Katarina. I'm from Faculty of Psychology in Universitas Mercu Buana Menteng. And my presentation will be about the introduction of the movie. Okay. So, this movie is This movie is directed by Mark Lamprell. It is released in July 2020. The setting of this movie is in Australia, and the director who directed this movie previously directed the movie A Few Less Men in 2017, and it was a success. This movie, however, does not generate more than the director's previous movie. This movie's genre is comedy drama, and the setting is in Australia, with the target audience are older people. You can see from the theme and also from the jokes that they present is more for older generation. The production of this movie is by a Blue Fox Films, and the producers are Anthony Jinan and David Lightfoot. The screenplay is by Luke Preston, and the music is by Angela Little, and she later worked on the music for the movie A Stitch in Time. This movie is around 1 hour and 35 minutes long. There are not many violent scenes, but it does have a strong language and also talk about violence, especially war violence, which is not suitable for children. Although there are few heavy themes related to aging, illness, and regrets, the movie is ultimately hopeful in the depiction of friendship and also love. The background of this movie is going to be read by Maydi.
Okay. The main actor in this movie is James Cromwell. He plays the character of Jack Branson. He has been an actor since 61 years. I think in this movie, his performance is very good because he is very deep into the role of being an elderly veteran soldier with the support of his physically old age, but he is still very agile in acting, so he looks like a natural. And the actress is Jacqueline Wood or Jackie Weaver, and she plays as Norma. I like her performance in this movie because he looks very professional and is able to keep up with his co-star James Cromwell. Even though he has age gap, but Jackie Weaver is able to compete with acting very well. I can be seen gap, but Jackie Weaver is able to compete with acting very well. I can be seen from several scenes that there is one of them when Jax and Norma are first meet after a long time not seeing each other. Has been around in the acting career since 15 years, and the most famous role he plays in his fame was in when he starred in the Australian TV series. Another talented actress that played the character of Lynn is Ren Lim. I really like their performance because past Lim character, I can conclude that not all problems can be solved by taking reference, and she is playing in this movie is very professional. Okay.
And the third part, which is the plot of the movie, is going to be read by Melan. Melan, please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. I am Melanti Melan Helga Sinara Sesa, just call me Melan. I am from the Faculty of Psychology at Menteng class. At this time, I will describe the plot of the film Never Too Late. The film begins with a clip about the war in Vietnam. After a small flashback of the war era, we are transported back to Hogan Hills. We meet Jack Bronson, who appears to be in a wheelchair. She appears to have had a stroke, but we soon learn she is there to reconnect with Norma McCarthy. Unfortunately, he was transferred to the Bay Lounge due to possible advanced dementia. Probably, she used to be a nurse, and she was in charge of taking care of soldiers during the war. They meet during that time, but Jack Bronson and his friend become prisoners of war, and it was later announced that they died in the war. He tried to exit the facility of it was much more difficult than getting in. He later said that his old friends, Jeremiah Kane, Angus Wilson, and James Wendell, who were part of the chain breakers, are all the same nursing home. So he decided to propose and marry his childhood sweetheart, Norma McCarthy, and live together in Horgan Hills.
Okay, thank you, Melan. And the next, the movie quality from Ananda.
This film has scenes that are made feel like the best scenes, in my opinion, is when one of the characters invites and gets his friends to reunite to fight for a goal, and makes them realize that it's not too late. He made his friends realize that they would always be the chain breaker no matter how old they are, and they will still fight for a happy ending. This film is interesting because it is made like with a little humor in. The most unique thing about his story is the main character's motivation to find his woman, the woman he found 50 years ago, and the blossoming love made him personally propose to her. Everything he does to achieve his wish, it beautifully shows us to always fight to get what we dream of. Some part of the movie is quite boring because there is no scenes that will show any thrill, and sometimes it's confusing. There are parts where the character tells a flashback of his journey because not being given a specific picture will actually make the audience tend to be confused and imagine what the character is telling. As the character repeatedly explained to the female lead, how did we first meet? On the dock, and there are sunshines, you're wearing a uniform and I'm a nurse. Since the should be given a special description, which will make the viewer feel that the situation is very intimate and romantic. However, because it is only based on a story, it's told orally, so most likely the audience will not feel the film. On the other hand, I really like the motto that is the strong gift of the character, namely, don't be a coward, or you to only belongs to a coward. It can teach us to dare to try, dare to fight, because being a coward is a failure.
Okay, thank you. So overall, we can agree that the movie is quite boring for our age, and maybe the target audience of older people might be more enjoying this movie. But we do believe that all the actors and also the actresses are playing a very good role. It's just the theme of the movie that we are not really into. From our group.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.